Well, it finally happened. Nintendo finally confirmed a direct. So here I am. I'm going to talk about it very, very little because I'm just really excited. So there's a couple things that I want to get across. So this is going to be pretty basic, right? I'm going to give you some predictions, what I think is going to happen, and then the things that I'm hopeful are what's going to happen. And then we can go into speculation of all those individual things. But I'm going to try to stick to what I have written down for this one because I had a lot of thoughts and I want to make sure I got them all out. Let's get right into it. So predictions, right? Number one, off the bat, I think we're going to get a Breath of the Wild 2 release date. I we haven't seen anything since they announced it, right? Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity, whatever, great game. We haven't really seen much about Breath of the Wild 2. I feel like we're going to get a release date, and after the trailer that shows the release date, no. Actually, I changed my mind. They're going to show a trailer. They're not going to show a release date. They're going to tease a Legend of Zelda direct. If Nintendo is back into the style of doing directs, they're 100% going to do a Legend of Zelda direct. It's the 35th anniversary. They did it for Mario. Zelda's arguably their second best franchise. Pokemon, with the Pokemon Company, they have their own directs, whatever. You got to figure there's got to be a direct, right? I thought there was going to be a release date. No. The reason they're going to tease a release date and make you watch the direct to get the release date. Okay. Next one is almost certain, right? They mentioned in the announcement, they mentioned Smash by name. So I think it's fairly certain we're going to get a Smash character. I don't think they're going to show us who. I don't think they're going to drop a trailer because this is kind of sudden. It would be nice, but I feel like I feel like they're going to do it how they did with ARMS, right? They're going to be like, there's going to be a character from this franchise, and we won't know for however long because the character's not done yet. And then whenever it does get revealed a week after that reveal, where Sakurai always does the demos, when we're going to get it. I think this is going to be like that. They're clearly comfortable doing that with Smash, with, Mr. Sakurai Presents. It's a great series, right? Love those little one-on-ones with Sakurai. I think it's going to be around the time that the amiibos drop, the Banjo, Terry, and Byleth amiibos. So, like mid-March, I think it's either March 12th or 21st that those amiibos are dropping. I have them pre-ordered, except for Byleth. Not a big fan of Fire Emblem. Anyway, speaking of Fire Emblem, actually, no, we'll save that for what I'm hopeful for. I think they're going to show a trailer for Crash 4 actually coming to Switch. Because it is coming to Switch, Which ties into the next thing that I think is going to happen. There's going to be a bunch of games no one's heard of. Nintendo's really good at dropping games out of nowhere that we just never expect. So I think I'm hopeful for a lot of things, which is what we're going to get into 100%. But I don't see anything huge beyond those three things, right? I mean, really those two things. The Crash 4 thing is going to tie into a bunch of other stuff, but whatever. A bunch of games no one's ever heard of, or a bunch of games that I wasn't really concerned with myself. Again, this is subjective, right? This is just me and how I view this based on previous directs and whatnot. I think there's going to be something ground shattering, but I don't know what that is, right? They're going to end on some wild note that we didn't see coming. That might be the direct. They could drop it halfway through. It's 50 minutes. We have a lot. Like, it's almost an hour's worth of stuff to go through. I anticipate a lot of things. As far as predictions, that's really all I've got. The rest from here on out is just going to be me spitting about what I'm hopeful for, right? We'll start with the long shot, right? I would love to see something from F-Zero or Earthbound. Not that I'm a huge fan of those series, I just feel they've been neglected for a really long time. I'm hopeful that we hear anything about Metroid Prime 4. I know we won't because the development cycle restarted about 6 times. It would be nice, but I doubt we're going to get anything more than another JPEG or just like confirmation that we're actually working on it. Now into the things that I think have like a touch of potential, right? I don't really consider them a long shot. I think we're going to get either DLC from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, or we're going to get Mario Kart 9. Not like made, but like confirmed that they're making it, right? Like I don't know if they're going to be released. The DLC for if it's DLC for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, we'll probably get it this year. But if it's Mario Kart 9, we probably won't get it until Christmas, right? That'll be a great Christmas release. I I feel like Mario Kart, they've seen that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is like one of, if not their best selling game. I'm pretty sure it still is, but I think Animal Crossing is a very close second. We're probably going to see an update on Animal Crossing too, but that's expected. I think we're going to get an explanation of why Fire Emblem Shadow of Light, or whatever the thing is called, the re-release from the game however many years ago, that has like the physical edition with the glass NES cartridge or whatever. I think that is going to get explained, why 3D All-Stars is going to stop being available for sale, and why Super Mario 35 is going to stop being playable on March 31st. I think we're going to get an explanation, and I think that explanation is going to be for Virtual Console, right? I feel like Nintendo kind of has to do this. Again, this is probably more of a long shot than I'm realizing, which is fine. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense after taking down emulators and all that. Like, Nintendo is just blatantly losing money left and right by not providing access to their older games, right? I'm hopeful that they announce something with Pokemon Gen 4, right? I didn't play Gen 4. Gen 4 was where I fell out of Pokemon, and I didn't come back until Gen 6. But I'm hopeful that they do it. Like, they do actually, those rumored remakes for Diamond and Pearl do happen, so that I can actually experience those games for the first time in like a modern way. I would be super thrilled, right? Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are my favorite Pokemon games. I love the remakes. They do a very good job. I'm hopeful about that one, but I don't know if they're going to do it now, because Pokemon has like done their own directs. If they do it, they'll probably announce a Pokemon Direct too, because don't forget, Nintendo has almost nothing slated for any time soon, right? All this that's happening right now is going to fill out the rest of the year, most likely. We might get another Direct in the summer with E3 or whatever replaces E3, if, you know, E3 doesn't actually happen. Speaking of Virtual Console, I think they're going to do... I would like... This is more of a long shot, now that I say it out loud. I would like them to do N64 Online or an N64 Classic. I know that's a stretch. I know it's unreasonable. I just want it. It's just something I really want, and I've wanted for a long time. I like, there's so much potential there, and there's so many good games on the Nintendo 64 that deserve that like multiplayer online treatment. That ties into, I think they're going to shut down the entire Nintendo like server infrastructure, whatever, to implement the new online servers that they have. Because remember that report came out where Splatoon 2 could run on Windows 98, and then like the report came out that they were replacing that system. I think they're going to announce like a date for them to shut down. I think it's going to be a full 24 hours. It might be like a week. I don't know how, you know, how stressful or not stressful that situation is of replacing an entire server and all that nonsense. But, you know, I think those obviously tie together. So I think we're going to get a couple of like oddball games announced for NES and Super Nintendo Online too. Things like, I don't know, I can't even think of anything. Things like Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. Mario RPG would be great for the Super Nintendo Online. I think they just announced a couple recently too. I gotta look it up. Regardless. I think we're gonna get Rare Replay. It just, after like they finally got Banjo in Smash, I feel like Rare Replay is like a solid next step, given the good working relationship between Microsoft and Nintendo now. I don't know. I'm hopeful for that. That might be a long shot too, but I feel like there's a touch of potential there. And I think we're gonna get a bunch of ports. I'm hopeful that we're gonna get a bunch of ports for games that already exist. I would love to see Paper Mario, The Thousand Year Door, Paper Mario 64. I'd love to see a bunch of older games get new ports with like updated stuff, or like some kind of collection similar to 3D All-Stars. I think that would be great. I think it's like well deserved, well warranted, right? Because I mean, look at how many ports have found success on the Switch when they didn't find success on the Wii U. Right, just apply that to older games, and the fact that Nintendo doesn't have a Virtual Console yet, you know? I think 3D All-Stars and Fire Emblem were a way to test if Virtual Console would work, or to like gauge interest on it. And I think it was very clear that we like wanted it. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. And that's all I have written in my notes. But we're going to speculate a little bit. Mostly about the Smash character, right? Because, I mean, whew, right? We're getting a new Smash character. Like, that's all but confirmed. Because I'm pretty sure they made it clear they're not going to give us any new modes or anything like that. It would be nice to get new modes and, like, a couple other things that aren't present in Smash yet, but we don't really need them. Right, Smash Ultimate right now is pretty complete as a game. The only thing that's missing is whatever characters are left. So given that there are 3 character spots left, and, you know, let's assume that there is no Fighter Pass 3, I think there will be, just because I don't see Nintendo throwing away all that potential money. Right, there are no plans for anything beyond Switch right now. They want the Switch to last. The Switch is about to hit its 4th year in a month, or a little less than a month now. I could see them doing another Fighters Pass, but I don't think it's going to be 6 fighters again. I think it's going to be 5 like the first one. And yeah. Question is, who's going to be that 4th fighter in Fighters Pass 2? Now, if you know me, you know that Geno was my #1 choice, right up there with Banjo. I could not pick between the two of them, and I'm forever thankful that I got Banjo. You know, wanting Geno is a little greedy in that sense, but you know, I'm still hopeful, right? That's the longest shot now that Geno's a Mii fighter costume and all that other nonsense, but I can still dream, right? Beyond that, the characters that I really, really want, we're looking at, like, Waluigi, we're looking at Paper Mario, we're looking at Crash Bandicoot. Off the top, we're looking at Sceptile. I would love a standalone grass-type Pokemon. We have Greninja as the water type. We have Incineroar now. Incineroar, English. We have Incineroar as the fire type. The only grass type Pokemon we have is Ivysaur, and that's a part of Pokemon training. Nah. The worst thing about Smash is that every time a new game comes out, it takes a Pokemon from the latest release, so we're not getting... I mean, it would be cool if we got Grookey, or Thwackey, or Rillaboom. I really, really thought Sceptile was going to drop because of how, like, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire's release. We got Greninja instead. It makes sense, right? Greninja, like, Sakurai made a great call. Greninja is very marketable. I just would really very much like a grass-type standalone Pokemon. I'm not even that. I mean, I'm a decent fan of Pokemon, but still. Like, I'm a huge grass-type fan. Trico gang all day. Rookie gang. Totodile's better than Chikorita. Never mind. I don't know, man. I don't know. Truthfully, honestly, I don't know. I didn't expect Sephiroth last time. Did anybody really expect Sephiroth? We all had a feeling it was going to be another Square Enix character. But I thought it was going to be Geno. Right? All that demand for Geno, and Geno being like the last character on the ballot and all that stuff. And Geno made sense. Sephiroth, I get. Like, I've come to terms with Sephiroth now. It does make a lot of sense. Sephiroth is an iconic, like, video game character, and I don't really like how they play. I feel like there are much better characters, but that's beside the point. In a pack where you have Min Min from ARMS, a Nintendo character, Steve from Minecraft, which still baffles me, and Sephiroth, it's kind of hard to predict what's next, right? If you base it off the first Fighters Pass, you're looking at, what, who dropped first? Joker from Persona 5. Followed by Hero from Dragon's Quest, followed by Banjo-Kazooie, followed by Terry Bogard, followed by Byleth. And if you've stuck around long enough, you know how I feel about Byleth. I feel like that's a waste of a slot. Byleth should have been like a standalone DLC character. It should not have taken up space in that pass. Because of we're trying to show characters that have not gotten representation in Smash yet. The same thing goes for Min Min, or Springman, or whoever from ARMS. Should have been base roster. ARMS is a great franchise. If you haven't played it, give it a shot. It's fun. The characters are super recognizable, and it's cool. Like, it's a good game. It's a job well done by Nintendo. But for some reason, they made Springman an assist trophy, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, later on we'll put an ARMS character." Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I'm not complaining that Nintendo is putting Nintendo characters in the past. I'm complaining that we're not getting, like, new new reps, right? The screen went dark first, so my face might have gone dark for a second. ARMS in that regard makes more sense than Byleth because we have Fire Emblem characters. We didn't need more fun. The thing about Fire Emblem is that it doesn't need Smash to boost sales anymore. Right? Marth and Roy coming in with Melee was phenomenal and probably made, like, it brought attention to the franchise. And well deserved, right? I'm sure it's a great franchise. I don't doubt that. But the problem is, it does not need to be that heavily represented in Smash anymore. I'm not complaining about the characters that are already in. I don't understand why there are more characters coming in when these spaces could be used for other things. Forget about just what I want, right? I didn't want Sephiroth. I didn't even anticipate Sephiroth. I didn't anticipate Joker. I didn't anticipate Terry. I was dying for Banjo. Thank goodness for that. I didn't anticipate Hero. I didn't anticipate Steve from Minecraft. None of the other characters in the that have come out so far. The only character I was expecting and wanted was Banjo-Kazooie out of everybody there. This is not about me when it comes to this. These are just facts, okay? And the fact is, Fire Emblem is good enough on its own now to not need to coast off of Smash the way that it does. I got off tangent there, but it doesn't matter. It's still important, right? So I'm hopeful that it's Crash Bandicoot. I would love to see Waluigi or Paper Mario or Crash. Those are like my big three right now. Beyond that, Doom Guy would be really cool. Dante would be really cool. I'd like to see another Sonic character. I'd like to see another Kirby rep too, but we'll save that for the next Smash. I think... yeah. That's kind of all I got. Hit me. Hit me down below. Hit me with a comment. Come back here tomorrow and tell me how you feel, who you think it's going to be. Tell me I was right. Tell me I was wrong. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out the Discord. Check out the Twitch channel. All my stuff. Check me out if you enjoy my stuff. I love you. And I hope I see you soon. And I hope I see you tomorrow to tell me I was wrong or right about something. Keep an eye out for those bingo cards that are going around social media. Those are always fun. One last thing. I think we're going to get a Switch Pro. I think they're going to announce a stronger version of the Switch. Personally, I would prefer one that was home console only. Just like a little bigger, didn't ever leave home. Forget about the mobile aspect for a second. We have the mobile aspect covered with the Lite and the original Switch. We don't need anything beyond that. Give us a home console exclusive version to Switch. Make it a tank. Make it an absolute powerhouse. Upscale these older games, you know? That would make me happy. And on that note, for some reason my camera keeps switching filters or that light or whatever have you. On that note, I love you. I hope I see you soon. I hope you have a good week, good day, good month, good year. And hopefully I see you soon. Take care.